I'm Coach Tina Tang, and today I've got a 30-minute upper body just strength workout for you. I'm not putting any surprise cardio finishers. We're just doing an upper body pump. You'll need a few sets of dumbbells, whatever you use for upper body, a bench, and if you don't have a bench, we can do it on the floor as well, and we're gonna get started. So let's come down to the ground where you're on all fours, your knees are hovering, and you're gonna push back into a down dog. So when I push back, I wanna reach my chest towards my knees, so it's really about a shoulder stretch. Come back down, shoulder stretch. So this, even though the whole body's moving, is really about finding that overhead position. So when my arms are next to my ears, is as if I was pushing two weights over my head. So I'm just giving you a little shoulder mobility. 2 and 1. Okay, now we're gonna come down to the ground. Arms like an airplane. We're doing scorpions, so arms like an airplane. Bring one leg over, and then bring the other leg over, but it's really about this pec stretch. I don't have a lot of space here, but I want you to take up all the space if you're at home. Remember, arms are like a T, and every time you turn, you feel that stretch in the shoulder. So we're going left and right. Oh, hold on, let me shift, so boop. All right. We got about 15 seconds. I don't want you to rush it. This is one of my favorite stretches. Let's see. Bring it over. I really feel it in my pecs. And 1. Now come meet me in a half kneeling position. We'll keep left knee down, right knee up. My left hand is on the opposite leg, and I'm bringing this arm up here, flipping the palm, keep flipping until back of the hand touches the butt, and we're gonna come back around. So what you're supposed to be feeling is that your arm has to rotate in the shoulder joint to go back and come back forward. All right, let's switch to the other side. So I get here, flip, keep turning, lift, keep turning. Okay, keep going. Got about 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna do one more of the bear down dog just to really get the shoulders prepped. Shoulders always involved in the upper body stuff, and as you get older, like me, I'm an old lady. Not old, I don't feel like an old lady, I'm an old lady as in mid-50s, can't believe it. Okay, all fours, push into that down dog and back down. I was actually talking to a friend, he's 53, and he's like, oh yeah, me and my wife are going to move down to Florida in 5 years after she gets her pension. And I was like, 5 years? That seems so soon. He's like, I'll be 58. I'm like, oh yeah, it is that retirement time. Okay, so let me show you real quick what we're gonna do for the first one. It's a superset, and I've got about 30 seconds, so I show you. We are doing 1 1/4 bench. That means you're gonna get into bench press position or a floor press. You're gonna come up, come down partial, go back up, come all the way down. So it's up, partial, up, all the way down. All right, and then the second exercise, we're doing the eccentric row, taking your heavier weight. Show you real quick. Row it up, slow motion on the way down. All the way up, slow motion on the way down. You're not gonna like this. I'm not gonna give you a direct rep scheme. It depends on the weights that you have at home. These kind of things are a lot harder, so if you don't have weight choices, these quarter reps and eccentrics make things a lot harder. So I'm gonna say 8 to 10. All right, so we got about 5 minutes AMRAP. So press, I'm pushing into my feet. There is an arch in my back. I come down partial, back up, all the way down. So it's a 1 1/4 rep bench press. I'm looking for 8 to 10 reps because I don't want you to go to 10 and you're failing. It depends on the weights that you got. Let's say you're done with this. I'm just gonna demo the next one. So you're doing the bench press, and if you're done with bench, you're gonna go into an eccentric row, one arm at a time. So again, depending on how heavy the weight, we'll say 10, but if you get 8, that's fine too. So you're rowing it and slow motion. I would give you a tempo count on the way down, but sometimes I think it's easier just telling people, I want you to be slow motion on the way down, pull it up, regular pace. So 8 to 10 reps, but if you're working with something super heavy, give me 6. You know you're working near your max strength, then give me 6, because it's all about working near that not failure, but really working hard aspect of your strength. I'm gonna switch to the other side. So pulling, slow motion on the way down. So today's workout is assuming that sometimes at home you don't have tons of weight choices. So the way you can make things harder are by adding quarter reps and going slower or holding things. I taught a class today and they were doing some bare shoulder taps and I said, slow it down, slow it down. Slowing it down makes it harder. All right, so that's what we're working between. You're AMRAPing those 2 exercises. Oh, let me get my other weight. I'm going back to bench. So bench with the quarter rep. You're aiming for 10. If you get 8, that's fine. If you're working super heavy, you get 6, that is fine too. But we are supersetting those 2 exercises. And in the bench press position, unlike what you might see online, my preference or proper way is using your whole body for support. Heels are down, my butt is clenched. There is a slight arch on the low back. It's because my lats are engaged, so my shoulder blades are hugging the bench. I've got the partials. And again, when you want to make something harder, slow it down. It's a lot easier to rush through reps. So now, of course, when it's super heavy, I want to get that weight up and down as fast as possible. But I just know from a lot of my online clients who work out from home, weights get limited. It's not like being in a gym. And sometimes, as I said, the way you make harder is changing the way the reps are. So slowing it down, having eccentrics, or doing some isometrics, all of that will add more challenge. So we're supersetting. You got that slow-mo eccentric on the row, 8 to 10 reps. Just for a time check, we got about 1.5 minutes left. If you ever think about breathing, breathe out on the exertion. So when I row, I breathe out when I pull. Breathing in when I goes down slow-mo. Okay. We got 1 minute left, friends. Let me keep this out of the way because I don't want to trip. All right, friends. Have enough time for probably one more exercise. Got just under 1 minute left. And then we're going to move on to our second superset shortly. I love an upper body day. I hope you do too. It's like you're working, but you're not dying, but you're still working. Whereas lower body, don't get me wrong, I love all lower body day where you feel like, oh my God, I'm working. We got 20 more seconds left. All right. I'm going to do a couple reps on each side so I can keep it even. You guys have about 10 more seconds left. All right, you're taking a rest. I'm going to demo the next one. We're doing an overhead press eccentric. So what that means, you can do 2 dumbbells or 1. I'm going to do single. Press slow on the way down. I'll give you a set number. We'll do 6 on each side. So press slow on the way down. Second exercise, we're doing reverse flies. So you're going to take your lighter weight. Hinge at the hips, Keep the shoulder blades back and down and lift. So for these, it'll be 10 reps. All right, so 6 of the overhead, 10 of the reverse flies, and we get started now. Okay, I'm going just a little bit lighter. Okay, so what would I normally use for this overhead? If I was doing 6 reps, right now I got 5s in my hand, which is, I worked out earlier today, so I'm here working out with you for the vibes, but the 5 is just like a demo weight. Slow on the way down. I think my overhead press, if I was doing this with eccentrics, probably 20s. And as you can see, I've been working through, oh my gosh, it's almost been a year and a half, 2 years now, my bicep tendonitis, which affects my arm extension. I'm working with like a PT. Oh, I finally went to see an ortho for the second time. I hate going there because they really get very dismissive, but I have a great physical therapist. Gives me exercises to do before any workouts. That really helps me feel better. All right, let's get through the 10 reverse flies. I just want you to see from the side, I'm not trying to hyper flare my ribs, like ribs are tucked in and shoulders are down and back as I use my back muscles to lift the weights. I prefer to be as parallel to the floor as possible. So that the angle is just right. Okay, I'm gonna go a little heavier on the next one. We got about 3 minutes and 36 seconds. And overall, this is our second superset. We're gonna have 4 blocks, so you got 2 more blocks. All right, let's go to, I'm gonna repeat using a little bit heavier weight. You don't have to have a count, but if you want a 3 tempo count on the way down, sounds great. Sometimes I lose count as I'm counting my reps. So I like to think, just keep it slow-mo. And press. All right, and get the other side. Press. See, already I lost count. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to keep it slow-mo. I think we got 3 more left. And then the rear delt flies. Rear delt flies are always a lighter weight. And honestly, I don't think I do more than 10 because we're just not as strong in that direction. I'd love to work my way up, but so usually ranges for most people, for most women between 5 and 10, and for my strong gals, more than 10, but I'm still working on this range. So I don't want to have it so heavy that I can't get the full range. The full range is important, because remember, we're working these muscles back here to help you lift the weight. And if you have to cheat it up, then you're not working the muscles as optimally as you'd like. Breathe out when you lift. Okay, and take a little rest. I like to rest a little bit between the supersets. Remember, this is a strength workout, not a HIIT. We're working on strength, and if you're working towards your heavier weights, you need a little rest time. Not because you're lazy, the muscles literally need time to regenerate the energy that it uses. And let me go back into, oh, here it is, into the overhead pressing. That's why no one can just sprint, like sprint and then sprint again with the same speed. Literally need time for the energy to regenerate. The muscles need a little bit of recovery in order to produce the same motion and power. We got about 30 seconds left. We'll switch over to the other side. Keep going, you got about 10 seconds. I think I'm gonna, got 3 seconds left. I'm gonna get a couple flies in. All right, you got 30 seconds to rest as I just show you what's coming up next. We're doing, the reps will be 10 for the bicep, 10 for the tricep, 5 for the push-up. So this is what you're doing. Iso bicep curl. One arm is doing nothing, but this is what it's doing. It's holding at a 90-degree angle. Other arm's giving me 10 reps. 10 reps, bicep curl each side. Second exercise is an overhead tricep extension. I want something heavier. I'm holding it, so hold it up, bring it behind for 10 reps. And then the last thing you're doing, so that's 10, 10. Last thing is 5. I'm going to demo it from a bench. It's a pause push-up. So I want you to come down, pause for 1,000, come up. So if you got push-ups on the floor, do push-ups on the floor. If you can do multiple push-ups, you want to do 10, you can do 10. But that's our AMRAP. We're going now. We got 5 minutes to get through it. Let's start with the iso curls, okay? I'm going to start with, so 10 reps, non-working arm, just isometrically holding the weight at a 90-degree angle. And then when that arm's done, other arm's holding. This is one of my favorite bicep exercises because both arms are working. 2 different types of exercise. One is concentric with an eccentric. This one is an isometric. You got all 3 juicy things in one. Okay, and if you haven't already, you're moving on to your tricep extension overhead. Make sure the elbows, the arms stay pretty close to your head. Try to fully extend at the top. You may want to think about, just check to see that the ribs are not flaring. It's very easy to flare, so think of pulling the ribs down towards the hip bones as you're standing in this position. Next on up, 5 pause push-ups. Give me a full-on pause at the bottom. Shake it off for a little bit. We got 3 minutes left. We're gonna repeat. You were just on repeat, baby. Back to the isos, iso bicep curl. After this, we just got one more block of upper body stretch, and we'll call it a day. Let me know how this goes. You can reach me, I think everyone uses Instagram. Iron Strong Fit. Send me a DM, let me know how it goes. Give me tips if you want something different or you want me to include something next time. I love the feedback. In fact, I didn't include cardio finisher because I think a couple workouts that I've done for just strength, I've gotten messages that I love just the strength focus without the cardio finisher, and I feel you. So when you said that, I thought, hey, I would gladly exclude that cardio finisher. Not that we should skip cardio. I definitely work at getting that in every week, but Sometimes you just want to pump. You just want a pump day, like today. Just get that upper body pump. All right, here we go. We got about a little over a minute. Get my push-ups in. All right. All right. 40 seconds, so I can get one more set of curls in. I rent this gym when I record these, and it's so great in my neighborhood. I feel very lucky to have it. It's just a studio that people can come to work out in. When you rent it, you get the whole studio, and it's, I mean, I don't think I'd ever find this in Manhattan. All right, last second. Let me talk about our last part, and before we do our stretch. So you have lat raises, 10 reps. You have reverse flies. Sorry, ooh, I screwed up. We're gonna be doing flies. So you got the lat raises. You're gonna have flies, which is hugging. Think about the weights hugging. And then you're gonna be doing kickbacks. 10, 10, 10. We got 3 minutes. This is your burnout, as in try not to rest. All right, let's get it. If this feels hard for you, you can also have a bent elbow that shortens the lever of what your arm has to lift. But we're going for 10 reps, friends. After 10, you're giving me 10 bench flies. So, or on the floor, this is a hug. So it's about opening and hugging the dumbbells together. You are working your pecs, the chest muscles. You should feel, imagine as you do this, that you got a little tiny tangerine in the middle of your chest. You're trying to squeeze juice out of it, or a lemon. We're making lemonade out of a lemon. After the bench flies, we're gonna go into kickbacks. So double kickbacks, just kick it back, shoulders down together, dumbbells come up here, push it behind you. And then repeat. We got a minute 20 left. Keep going. When you do the lat raises, the shoulders are going to want to shrug. Try to keep your ears away from the shoulders, or shoulders away from the ears. Woo! It's a burner, right? Go back into my bench flies. I can tell you, you can feel it. When you're done with this, your arms are definitely going to be pumped. It would be Arnold Schwarzenegger approved. Even with a lighter weight to demo, I can feel the pump. We got 18 seconds left, friends. Let's see if I can get my last 10 seconds with the kickbacks. All right, let's set those weights down. We're gonna cool down with a little bit of stretching. So we're doing some arm circles. Start with small, gradually get larger and larger, not trying to force anything, just working the range. And now let's reverse direction. I went this way. Take the right arm, bring it across, shoulders away from the ears, hug that arm in for a little stretch, and hold. We'll switch to the other side in 5 seconds. And bring the other arm across. Funny, there's ways of really getting nice stretches in the lower body. The upper body is a little bit harder. Just is. Come meet me down on the ground. What's gonna be important is a wrist stretch. So on all fours, flip your hands so the top of your hands are facing down. Try to straighten out your elbows. I know it's not terribly comfortable. You control how much weight you put on it. Let's turn the fingers, keep that top of the hand together on the floor and just move the hand position. Now flip the hands. Oh, a nice open and needle through. Open, needle through. Give me one more on this side. And we'll switch the other side. I don't know if you saw my shirt. I made these because I think it's funny. I saw a pair of socks that said, "Hot girls do Pilates." And I was like, crisscross, hot girls do plyos. All right, we're gonna end with the quad down dog, what we started with here, and then give me that shoulder stretch. This is the last part of our cool down. Give me 3 more reps. Walk your hands to your feet. Hang a little, roll it on up, and let's clap it up, high-fiving you through the screen. Great job. I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Coach Tina. For more information about how to work with me, head to ironstrongfitness.com and send me a message. I'll see you next time.